Good morning, everybody. Well, it's morning here. Don't know where it is for you. This is lesson 3. We're going to look at a very important term for this topic called socialisation. It's a word that we are going to use in a lot of future HSC studies as well. The term socialisation process, agents of socialisation, all those kind of words we're going to be using a lot. You will notice that the boy, my Bondi, he's asleep, but he'll be good. But how cute is he? All right, without further ado, lesson 3, socialisation on page 8. Let's get cracking. Oh, I've gone too far. So what we should start with, I guess, actually, is if you go back and revisit your concept card of socialisation, remember the definitions for that one you will find in the back of your syllabus, which I've got here. So socialisation is the process by which individuals learn to become functioning members of a society by internalising the roles, norms and values of that society. Socialisation occurs as a result of the individual's interaction with the agents of socialisation, through which he or she learns to perform social roles. So socialisation is essentially the process of growing up and how you grow up. And obviously that will change depending on your society and the culture that you're in. One thing I will point out is when they're saying agents of socialisation, we'll look at this more in depth a bit later, but an agent is essentially someone who has a important role in something. So an agent of socialisation, for example, are people that influence how you grow up, and they're the people that have a really important role in how you grow up. So people like your family, your peers, teachers, those 3 categories, even community members. If you're in a sports team, it might be a coach or something. But these agents of socialisation are generally the ones that teach you how to, or it says you learn to perform social roles. So we're the ones teaching you, I guess, how to integrate into society and how to become a functioning member of society so that you can contribute to society in a positive and healthy way. But it's also about learning to survive culture, right? Because if you didn't learn all these social rules and norms and you went out into the real world, you would find that you would struggle a lot without, again, the socialisation of your parents, peers and teachers, for example. So that's a general overview of the socialisation and the process. There's more detail here. I want you to try fill in that word bank here. We'll check that and review it again on Friday. But looking at your definition should give you some indication of what that is. Maybe doing this in pencil first is a good idea. And he's a cute puppy. We're just all about dogs today. I mean, he's just so cute. Growing up can suck sometimes. And the idea of socialisation is that process of growing up. And I guess what I like about this image is that sometimes the puppy isn't fitting into the box. And the idea is that when you grow up, your roles and status in society changes as well. So you don't fit into the role that you used to, say, when you were a child compared to now when you're an adult. So it's not just a meme, it's also a life lesson. After you have done that, what I want you to do on page 9 is we have a mind map here of socialisation agents. So again, reminding you of what a socialisation agent is. Again, I'm not sure if you might want to write this above here, but that's someone who has a very important role in how you grow up. Okay? An important role in how you grow up. And so what I want you to do here is you're going to mind map all different socialisation agents. Now, sometimes they're not necessarily people, although they can be. So, for example, family, peers, school, I guess teachers might fall under that. But they can be social institutions as well. So things like the media, things like the government. But then they can also be things or objects, okay? Things like technology, or they might be something that fits into an entirely different category, such as culture, gender, and sexuality, right? And social class. So we've got a lot of some social constructs here with gender and social class, but then and culture. But then also your sexuality can affect how you grow up, and then changing the way that you behave and so forth. So what I want you to do, firstly, is mind map these socialization agents around your mind map. After that, I want you to highlight them into micro, meso, and macro categories. And then I want you to give a brief explanation. It might be another little arrow further out on how they shape your identity. And it can just be a really quick sentence. So for example, government, you might write, after you've drawn your little arrow to government, you might write, creates laws which shape my life, or which governs my life, technically, right? Family, you might draw an arrow and you might say core values and beliefs taught by parents. Okay. For school, you might say prepares me for life outside of school, or prepares me for life when I'm an adult. So all those different things on how they shape your identity, okay, I want you to put in through there. Just a quick one-liner. The idea behind that is that you guys are identifying how these socialization agents affect your identity, and in doing so, you are looking at how they are. Sorry, I'm getting a missed call. In doing so, you are demonstrating how that socialization